Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Black Geyser with me, Bring It On. There's been a change of plans. Instead of going east and exploring further, we're going to go back north to the city. See if we can't find ourselves a cliffhanger. This will be the last episode of the Early Access playthrough. I know I didn't explore everything the game currently has to offer, and I think that's okay. That'll leave more to be discovered when the game is fully released. There are a couple things I want to check out before we try and find that cliffhanger. I need to stop by the merchant, and I want to see if I can decurse the amulet that we found, or the necklace. I don't know how curses on items manifest themselves in this game, but the necklace does give us a -1 to focus, and I'm wondering if we can fix that through the curse skill. Now let's check out the merchant. I looked the first time I stopped by his shop to see if he sells two-handed hammers. I didn't see anything, but it could be that just it's labeled as a hammer and not as a two-handed hammer. So I'm gonna go check that out as well. Also, I messed this up. Useless brew. We have recipes, and we need to use these. The 2 portions of, I don't know how to pronounce that, avkechi, which I think, there it is. Looks like I can't even change the heat level anyway. I am curious, are there any recipes that I have that require heat? Yeah, so low heat for this, for the healing recipe. That's cool.
Yes.
I'll stop in the shop, see if he sells two-handed hammers, and then we will go to the Palace and or Hall of Records.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll sell a few things. Oh, here's another one of these. A Defender of the Dreaming Timbers. I wonder if he had 2 quantity when I bought it the first time. Alright, so I think that's all the hammers that he sells. Yeah, so that is one thing I would like to see added, is two-handed hammers. That's the reason I picked the Highlander in the first place. Well, besides it being called a Highlander. Was I wanted to use a two-handed hammer. That's my favorite weapon type. Sadly, it is usually underrepresented in games.
Out of my way. What? Where's the wheel? There's a... What?
Which maybe that'd be too strong, because there's a couple of ways you can get a bonus to hammer damage. If you want a Dwarven Highlander. Is that like a 30% extra damage? Can I see racial?
I'm listening.
Yeah, it's not like you can see racial traits in the character screen or character menu. The dwarf gets a bonus and the Highlander gets a bonus. If you had a two-handed hammer, I mean, that'd be a huge bonus to damage. So maybe hammers get that bonus because there's not a two-handed variant. I'm also a little concerned with this being early access. I already have the birth certificate from the estate, hoping I don't bug out the quest.
Out of my way.
I'd like to leave this on a cliffhanger, a very next time on Dragon Ball Z scenario. Alright, so they probably want us to go to the palace first. We'll get rejected. We'll probably get an audience of the king. He'll say, oh, we need proof of your birth. Go to the Hall of Records. They're not going to have it. Then we go to the estate and grab it. Let's do it that way. What if we get a statue of ourselves erected here at some point? You're not approved to... Oh, Lady Biala. We're honored by your presence, my lady. Oh, thank you. That's very flattering. My friend here has urgent business in the palace. Whether or not he's been approved, I'll vouchsafe his character. I regret to say I cannot accommodate your request, Lady Biala. I have my orders. Perhaps if you take a moment to hear me out. Kindly do not interrupt Lady Biala. You know I have the ear of many within the palace walls. I could have you removed from this post within the hour. Whoever you know in the palace, their authority does not supersede the king's, and on his orders we are not to admit any unrecognized, untitled persons, whoever they might be traveling with. Yeah, exactly like I thought. This is obviously a dead end. We'll have to try something else. Oh well, it's not as bleak as it looks. You might find your answers in the Hall of Records. Let's check there.
What? Yes, yes. Where's the will? I'm listening. What?
I do like how the weapons glow. It actually glows. You can see it on the ground. It reflects off surfaces. It's really cool. I make way, commoner. You see the Lady Biala is trying to come through. I beg your pardon on this unworthy person's behalf, milady. Thank you, sir. But this, commoner is actually a friend of mine. Oh. Really? Really? He's not holding you hostage or anything like that, is he? No, not at all. We do have urgent business on the Hall of Records. May I? Of course, milady. You and your friend are free to come and go as you please.
Where's the fight? Out of my way!
My lady, it's good to see you. And you, record keeper. I know you're a busy man, so I'll get right to it. My friend Dongar needs information about a certain nobleman. I know if anyone can help us, it's you. Very flattering, Lady Biala, and also very correct. Sir, what do you wish to know? What is the fate of Lord Espen? Dead, I'm afraid. Got in a raid on his estate just as the war erupted. And what happened to the Espen estate? Type by Darren Gold, the Savages. King Scouts reported no survivors, and worse, some dangerous creatures have decided to make it their den. The crown cannot spare the manpower to clear them out. I suppose it shall fall to the heir or heirs. Who claimed the estate after Lord Espen's demise? Well, The disposition of the Espen estate is of course confidential. I am legally bound to discuss that topic with no one who isn't directly concerned. That is to say, blood relatives only. I'm a direct descendant of Lord Espen. His son, in fact. Well, that is interesting. Espen did have an heir, a son named Aldnar, but there is no way for Aldnar to claim the legacy, as he quite decisively turned a traitor to the crown. Matter of the patricide makes him doubly damned on that account. My sympathies for your loss, by the way. Thank you. You helped me claim my title. Lord Espen never recognized you as his son when he was alive. No. No matter. We have a record of every noble title and line in knighthood in Isilmerald right here in this building, going back centuries. I merely need to locate the correct document confirming your claim. It shouldn't take more than an hour, providing I'll get turned around in the stacks. Now make yourselves comfortable. Perhaps you'd like to peruse this treatise on the correlation of grain supply with the number of offspring in noble houses. No, I would not, but thank you for the offer. Oh my, oh my. A record keeper, are you ill? I feel dreadful, my dear. Oh yes, I do. It's all quite troubling. Very troubling. What did you find? What did I find? Not what I did not find. Or it's what I did not find that is so vexing. There's no record of Dongar's birth at all. Oh no. Isn't it frightful? I don't recall that I've ever searched for such a record and found an error like this. This whole house rests on the concept of a complete genealogy of noble lineage from the highest of high, His Majesty, to the lowliest count. But what does this mean to me? Ah yes, you. Let me aside this blow to my life's work, my very being. Yes, let's put that down and return to your very urgent request. If you wish to claim the title and estate of the late Lord Espen, you must find documented proof of your lineage. If no such proof is available here, it must be found on the estate or nowhere. Return to me with the correct documentation. I'll see that you recognize as Lord Espen's son and heir. Like every character in your party can level up as a whole. Playing with a tight-knit group of adventurers, deepening their connections will result in a party with a high cohesion rating. Playing with a colorful group and switching party members a lot will result in a party with a high diversity rating. You have the party level screen by opening the party sheet. Oh, this is neat. Alright, so yeah, the party has an overall level, then cohesion and diversity. So Joy's Cooperation. All party members regain half their spell and ability uses during short rests. Friends in Arms. All party members gain a +3 to their base health regain value during a rest. Group Trust. Control loss status effects affecting party members panicking, confused, and charmed are 20% shorter. Oh, I really like that one. Guard Rotation. Increases the chance of the party being ambushed during resting by 50%. Shared Burden. The weight limit of all party members are increased by 20%. Also like that one. Adapt and Overcome. Each party member deals 5% increased damage against targets with a lower health percentage than theirs. Each party member receives 5% less damage from attacks made by opponents at a higher health percentage than theirs. Campfire Tales. Our party members gain a +10% to learning and research for 1 day after a rest. Everyone for themselves. Disabling status effects affecting party members slowed, knocked down, and stunned are 20% shorter. Resourceful Tactics. All attacks made by party members gain a +3% status chance. And Tools of the Trade. Party members actively carrying a weapon that is different category from weapons carried by all other party members gain a +5% clean hit chance for all their attacks. I'll just grab this. Oh, we get to grab one of each. Okay. Like this one. So I wonder if we only get to pick one of each and level it up, or if, like, on level up we can choose to either level one of these up or pick a new one. That's cool. It's a cool little mechanic. Also, something I didn't go over was the AI settings. You can actually, there's some commands for your party to follow, which I didn't really play around with.
What?
Alright, so we already have our thing. Did our quest update? Yeah. Alright, so it says that I have my birth certificate. Hope research bears fruit, young one. Okay, I did return to him. I drop it and pick it back up. I cannot. Okay.
What?
Then we can leave the Hall of Records and come back into it. If that'll fix it. Something tells me it will not. I think I may have bugged out the quest. Just as I had speculated earlier. I mean, it was a concern when I first picked it up. Yeah, I figured in early access, sequence breaking the main quest isn't a good idea.
What?
Like some completed games you can't sequence break or it'll bug out.
Out of my way.
Okay, well, this is probably a good place to end it anyway. I mean, we know what's going to happen. We're going to turn this in. We'll get our title. We can enter the palace and speak to the king. Then we'll probably be in his employee,
What?
trying to help resolve. Well, since we're Alnar's blood brother, he's probably going to have us go after him in order to claim the estate for ourselves, or something like that. If I had to speculate. And so far, I've hit the nail on the head. So, alright, so some final thoughts about the game. I think this early access gives a very good first impression of what to expect with the full release. I really like it. I like really everything about it so far. The aesthetic, the feel. I think this game, more than other modern CRPGs, really captures that old school feel. More than Kingmaker, more than Pillars. It feels really good to play. Almost nostalgic, even though, I'm not familiar with the game or the settings. I think the soundtrack is good, the voice acting is good. With one caveat,
Yes,
that is
yes.
how frequency my main character talks. I know I've had a couple people bring that up as an issue. And there's no setting in the options right now to either turn it off, or there's no slider to reduce its frequency. I would just like more frequent, short voice lines. Like, yes, sure, okay. I like a good audio indicator, especially in real time with pause, when there's sometimes a lot going on screen at once. Having that audio indicator is useful, but he doesn't need to... Well, of course, now he's not going to say it, is he? He doesn't need to say that, like, when there's a will, there's a "wuh" line over and over again, so... I'm fine with Blood and Bones, though. I do like that voice line a lot. I think the combat is solid. I really, really like how armor and shields work in the game. It's a nice change compared to most other CRPGs, where they actually give you resistances and a chance to block. Again, I really like how that's going to encourage, I think, Constitution tanks versus, dodge tanks. The story's captivating so far. I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm excited to explore the greed mechanic, which we haven't really got to play around with yet. This is the world's greed level. Yeah, so some events change it regardless of what you do. I'm wondering how that's going to play into the overall story. I know it's going to affect things mechanically, like merchants and your companions. But I'm curious if it's going to play a role in the story. Maybe you're on a time limit or something. I don't know. I'm excited to see where it goes. I think the game... Oh, here we go. We leveled up again.
Where's the fight?
Has a lot of potential.
Something you want, if you say so.
And I think it's worth checking out. At least keeping an eye on if you don't want to play early access. Definitely, keep your eyes on the game as it gets nearer to release, which I think is supposed to be next year in 2022 sometime. So, yeah, I think that's going to do it for this early access sampling. I enjoyed my time with it, and I look forward to the full product. I have really not many complaints. I mean, there's obviously obvious bugs in the game, like locking myself out of this quest. That first area, when it went from night to day, it got super choppy for whatever reason. Trying to click on some bodies and some NPCs in combat can be difficult. Like the hitbox doesn't match up with your cursor. But again, just small early access stuff that's to be expected. So, by the way, that's going to do it for this mini-series. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next Let's Play and the proper Let's Play for this game.